Welcome to Today in AZ on this Sunday morning. I'm Emma Jade.
And I'm Justin Pizzera. So the temps may be dropping, but your chances of getting sick, they're going up. It is that time of year for respiratory illnesses. So we're going to be talking about ways to stay healthy during the holiday season and beyond.
Plus, the Phoenix Mercury unveiling a new look. Have you seen it yet? The team showing off its new logo and fan swag that you can take part in. Everything from new shirts to the first ever license plates that you can get supporting the Mercury. How you can snag yours today.
And light up the night at Desert Botanical Gardens. We are getting a sneak peek of a beloved holiday tradition for both Valley residents and visitors. What you have to look forward to this year.
But first, here is a look at your weather impact forecast for Sunday. Here's meteorologist Chris Dunn.
Good morning and welcome to Sunday. I'm meteorologist Chris Dunn with your 12 News weather impact forecast. We have weather on repeat. What we had yesterday on Saturday, that's what we will have on this Sunday. Sunshine, 60 degrees at 10 a.m., warming up to 74 by 4 p.m. in the afternoon. On this Sunday in the valley, plenty of sunshine and cooling off into the 60s once the sun goes down. Next week it's going to be a little bit different though. We have a cooler weather trend coming up. On this Sunday, another sunny day with mild temperatures. That's the impact. What you need to know, though, is those cooler days are ahead in the forecast. Highs in the 60s and a chance of rain next week, starting in about Wednesday or Thursday. And by the way, 60s for December, that's average. 70 is our normal high for this time of the year, but 60s will be the average high for the first week and actually for the whole month of December. A little bit of snow possible far northeastern Arizona. This is late Sunday night into Monday. Just a trace for Chinle, 0 at the Snow Bowl, maybe up to 1 inch for Sunrise Park Resort. So really just a dusting for far northeastern Arizona out of this quick moving weather system. Here are the weather numbers for your Sunday. 56 in Payson, turning windy in Flagstaff, 48, 72, 74 in Havasu, and 74 in Phoenix. Back with your 7-day forecast and a close look at what's happening coming up in just a few.
Holidays, it can be a time of joy, but unfortunately, it is also the time of year that you just spread all of those germs, which of course is something that you really don't need this time of year.
Nope, definitely not. Unfortunately, it's already been going around my house. So how do we all try to stay healthy, Troy? Don't come to my house. That's my tip. What do you have for us?
Well, hopefully not germs to give you,
right,
Jen? Yeah, no, obviously. So, but according to Maricopa County, so the amount of people actually going to the emergency room or urgent care for acute respiratory illnesses is well below average right now compared to the last 5 years. But this is the time of the year where we see those cases rise dramatically, and we got a couple of reminders on how you can optimize your health, and we got the basic big 3. Wash your hands, clean those countertops, and then some doctors recommend getting a flu or COVID shot. But here are some natural ways that you could stay healthy during the holiday season, because Bay Health, they have some really good advice. So the first one is going to be movement, and you're going to want to stay active because that regular exercise like short walks, that really helps manage your stress, improve your digestion, and also support that immune system. Now, second is prioritizing that sleep, not just sleep, good sleep in around 8 hours, because that also helps you become less stressed. So it's very important so you can feel energized and get ready to take on the day. And then also there is eating and drinking. So avoiding excessive desserts and also overeating. So I know there are a lot of tempting foods to eat out there. Could be high in sugar, so portion control is important. Also, just don't eat too much food too fast, because if you don't do that, it'll help with the digestion. So lastly, you want to stay hydrated. So yeah, the cooler weather actually can mask your thirst, but dehydration mixed with adult beverages, that affects your sleep, energy, and digestion. So if you want a festive drink, they're recommending pairing it with a glass of water. Now, how about your pet's health? Now, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals says lots of people want to give dogs leftovers or pieces left over from their dinner, but it's better to keep their diet about the same. Now, fatty, sweet, and spicy foods could have some toxic ingredient for dogs, and also be cautious of where you leave your plate or drink, because dogs could get it, like Jen's. Now, that also goes for items or decorations with exposed wires, batteries, or even candles. Your dog can get shocked or get burns in the mouth or accidentally start a fire. Then, those floral decorations, mistletoe, holly, or poinsettias, or poinsettias if you call them that, those can all cause your dog gastrointestinal problems if they do decide to eat it. I know, it's a lot to keep track of, but it's important to stay healthy during the holidays. Guys?
If you are a recent college graduate, I'm sure you are bracing for the questions that will be asked your way at Thanksgiving table.
So true.
Who are you dating? Did you find a job? And finding a job, it might be a little harder than you thought. There's a new report that's out. It came out this month, and it's showing that college grads are facing one of the toughest job markets in a long time.
Yeah, so that's what you can tell them. Back off, Aunt.
Yes.
Back off, Uncle, because
this survey.
it's rough out there. A lot of college grads are living with their parents right now as they are waiting for that dream job. So let's get to Justin Pizzera live in studio with more on why 2026 grads could also have a really hard time. You're not living with your parents
Anymore.
No,
Anymore.
right. No, I just moved out.
That's right. Yeah.
Just moved out, yep.
They're lost.
Right? So normally, guys, you know, if you went to college and you got a degree, you were basically on the path to getting that great job, that dream job. But a new report out by Oxford Economics says that might not be the case right now. Arizona, of course, is home to some major universities. We're talking about ASU, NAU, U of A, GCU. And the new report looked specifically at Gen Z graduates, the students in that 15 to 29 year age range. They make up about 20% of Phoenix's population, believe it or not. Although we've seen the U.S. economy add jobs, there are fewer opportunities for these college graduates. The unemployment rate for people 16 to 24 in September was over 10%. And a separate report done by the National Association of Colleges and Employers, hiring is going to be flat for the class of 2026. So why are the numbers not as favorable for recent grads? Companies say that there's some concern about the economy, inflation, of course, consumer spending, and then artificial intelligence. Some companies are replacing entry-level workers with AI to try and cut costs and then streamline those operations. So if you are a recent grad and you're looking for a job, there are some places that you can go to. We're talking about places like Handshake, the collegerecruiter.com. Also ask for help at the university's Career Center, and you can also leverage the alumni network. That is key right there. That alumni network, that could be key to finding that new job. Emma.
All right. It is a big week for the Phoenix Mercury, a brand new look. We got new uniforms in some creative ways fans can get in on the excitement. So joining us this morning is Mercury president. You know him, you love him. We've got Vince Kozar to talk about the rebrand, the team's first ever license plate, which this is the announcement. We're doing it right now.
This morning.
This morning.
Us in the Department of Transportation just this morning rolling out our license plate, which fans have been waiting for so long.
And
all the men's team have them.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
And now you guys are in on it. Tell me a little bit about the partnership with ADOT. How did you guys make this happen?
I mean, they're just fantastic, right? And they're looking for ways to support Valley causes any way they can. So they're $25, but 17 of it goes back to the Phoenix Suns Phoenix Mercury Foundation. So that's the partnership that makes it so great. And like I said, fans have been waiting for it. We wanted to get we didn't want them to have to buy one last year and this year. So we waited for the rebrand to be done, and now they can get them starting on their website starting today.
Tell me a little bit about the rebrand. Tell me why you guys went with this. How long did this take to come up with?
Yeah, so 3 years in the making, but
3 years.
I know. But when we looked at it, I think what we said was, season 30.
Okay.
So like a tentpole moment in our history.
Yeah.
We hoped she'd play forever, but we are post Diana, right? So it's a new era, new ownership, new investment, and I think it was time, as much as we love the old identity, and it'll make a great throwback.
Sure.
It was pretty 90s, and so we're looking for what the next 30 seasons can be like, plus the merch.
The merch is unbelievable. Tell me what goes into coming up with a rebrand. I mean, you said 3 years in the making. I'm so shocked by that.
So a ton of research goes into it, right? Like we want to know what fans know and think about our brand and what they recognize it. And the expansion of our league and our fan base has been so big recently. So it took a lot of research.
It's been huge.
And then it's a ton of designs and revisions, and we end up in a place that we really love.
So if people choose to invest and put this on the back of their car, which why wouldn't you? So you said $17 of that will go to what you guys support. And what does the Mercury and the Sun support?
We support education, anything that basketball can touch and make people's lives better, right? So it goes to things like our girls only league, but it also goes to the millions of dollars of grants that go back into this community for local nonprofits who need that funding.
I have to tell you, we played with the YMCA, and the finals was played at the arena.
Yeah.
And it's kids who get
Yes.
to do this.
Yes.
And they do not turn any kids away. It's because of the partnership that they have with you guys. And
100%.
it's so incredible that you take everyone is welcome, and everyone gets a shot to play in the place where they see their heroes play. 100%. And that's where some of that money goes to support too. It's incredible, Vince.
Exactly right. And last January, we started our girls only league, which had never been here before. So there was always a co-ed league. But now, like you said, the boys can play where their heroes do, and so can the girls.
This is a really exciting time to be president of the Phoenix Mercury.
They're always excited.
Talk to me a little bit about last season, what we have looking forward to in the offseason.
Yeah, I mean, to go to the finals, right?
To go to the finals. Okay, listen, we got Diana Taurasi and then BG left.
Yeah.
A lot of us were like, okay, it's going to be a rebuilding. No, you blew us out of the water.
They did the front office did a great job rebuilding the team, but what was exciting for me was to watch the fans fall in love with them, right? Like, we started a season, like you said, with 2 returning players. And so the fans don't know. And by the end of the year, by the finals, we clinched 2 different series at home. Like, the crowds were unbelievable. It was just really gratifying to see, and now we're trying to build on that for 2026.
Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, Friday, a drone show over Camelback Mountain. What is going on?
Listen, we got to do big things.
Yes.
When you launch an entirely new brand, we got to do big things. So we've got new uniforms right here. We've got the license plate today, and then on Friday, Black Friday, over Camelback Mountain, we will be going through all of the logos in a drone show, 500 drones over Camelback Mountain. So if you're doing Black Friday shopping, you'll be able to see it. If you're out in Arcadia and Scottsdale, you'll be able to see it. It's going to be really cool.
We're going to have to look up and check this out because my kids are obsessed with basketball. Okay, one more time, how excited are you about this rebrand, and why do you think it's needed now more than ever with this team?
I couldn't be more excited.
Yeah.
B, because of everything we can do for fans. We've never had more fans than right now. They're so excited. This gives us more marks for them to wear, new merch to buy, and it represents a huge investment from our ownership. You'd be stunned how many places the old logo shows up. This isn't cheap to do this work, and so that's our ownership saying it's the right time, we believe in it, whatever it costs, go do it.
And again, to hear that after a season where we were not expecting, you know, really, a lot of people were let down with Taurasi, you know, retiring.
Couldn't play forever.
My gosh, it must have been so exciting.
Yes, it was the best, and we're hoping to build on it. The goal is to, unfortunately, fell a little bit short.
That's all right.
But the excitement around getting to the finals couldn't have been higher.
It makes next season more exciting,
Exactly right.
Because we want to win. All right, thank you so much.
Thank
Vince,
you
so much. It was so great to having you in here. You got to check out this new merch, and of course the drone show happening on Friday. And then buy one of these guys for the first time ever. You can. Love it. All right, Vince, you're the best.
Hi there once again. I'm 12 News meteorologist Chris Dunn with your weather impact forecast. Beautiful sun-filled skies on this weekend and again on this Sunday. 73 in Glendale, near 70 in Cave Creek, 72 Maricopa, and on the east side 71 in Apache Junction, Mesa and Gilbert at 72. Sunny and mild, fantastic fall weather this weekend. We will be cooling down a little bit. Valley highs will be in the 60s by the middle of next week. So mid 70s this weekend. Mid to upper 60s by the middle of the week. And looking ahead, we do have a chance of rain entering the forecast picture, not until Wednesday or Thursday of next week. This little weather system right here kind of cruising right past the Four Corners. Snow mainly for Colorado, northern New Mexico, and a little bit of snow across the Navajo Nation, far northeastern Arizona, and that's about it. Also the wind and cooler temperatures. Our secondary storm system drops in to the Great Basin on Wednesday. So from the Sierra Nevada into central Utah, looking at some snow outbreaking with this system dropping in. Now, still a lot of questions as to exactly where this is going to go. Most of the computer simulations, the forecast modeling has it dropping down to the south around Southern California area, maybe not quite as far offshore as it was yesterday. Some of the other models want to kick it off to the east pretty quickly, but I do think this is probably the more viable solution and the more everything is coming in alignment with this one. So looking on Thursday, we're looking at widespread rain spreading across the state. 30 to a 40% chance for the valley, at least at this point in time. That's something we'll be tracking all week long for you on 12 News. For the next 3 days, however, nothing showing up. Maricopa County, Yavapai County, a little bit in Coconino County, maybe the north rim of the Grand Canyon, and far northern Apache and Navajo counties. 73 in Casa Grande, 56 in Payson on this Sunday. Globe at 65, plenty of sun. The wind kicking up a little bit with that passing weather disturbance across northeastern Arizona. So a windy day for Flagstaff, 48 degrees, and that'll also knock down temperatures 42 for your Monday. 46 on Tuesday. That secondary storm system rolling through Wednesday and Thursday will go 40% chance of rain and snow mixing in at times. 39 your forecast high on Thursday in Flagstaff. The Valley 7-day forecast 74 today, 72 on Monday. So we're going 74, 72, 70, 70, 67. Stepping right on down. 30% on the rain chance for Thursday, with Thursday's high 67 degrees, which is actually fairly close to normal for this time of the year. For the first week of December, the average high is 68 to 69 degrees.
It is Money Saving Monday, and with Black Friday coming up, a new survey shows many Americans planning to dial back their spending. Shoppers expect to spend about 4% less than last year, and that includes lower income families all the way to households making over $200,000. It comes as consumer confidence hits one of its lowest points on record, with more people worried about jobs, worried about inflation, and their own finances heading into the holidays. And that can cause a lot of stress. The holidays are supposed to be joyful, but for many of us, they're also the most stressful time of the year. So we got financial pressures that we're talking about. We got family dynamics and packed schedules, traveling, all of that. So joining us live this morning is licensed therapist Emma Thomas from the Cornerstone Healing Program with just some practical strategies to break down what we can do just to stay on top of our mental health, especially as a mom. You think of yourself last, you know, because you're doing everything for everyone else. But what should we be doing to take care of ourselves so we can have a great holiday?
Yeah, I mean, I think just what you said there, right? As a parent, you feel the need to make the holiday such a special experience for your children, such a special, you're super mom, you're doing everything. And it's a time when stress is really, really, really high. We've got Christmas parties, we have pageants, we have different commitments we have to bring ourselves to, and that can be extremely overwhelming. During a time you're expected to be on top of the world.
Yes.
It might just not feel like that.
And you're supposed to have so much energy too to keep up with everything.
Yes.
So what are some practical things that I can do to really set myself up for success going into this month?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, one of the biggest things we really talk about at Cornerstone Healing Center is just how overwhelming this time can be and making that time for yourself.
Ooh.
Yes. You know, having the self-care is not selfish. That's one of my biggest things that I really, really want you to know is taking those times for yourself, putting a budget on Christmas as well. You don't need to go into debt over Christmas at all. Also, to family commitments. No is a full sentence sometimes.
Yes, and I think that's so powerful. What do you mean by that exactly?
Yeah. Sometimes we just need to say no. Sometimes we don't have the bandwidth to meet up with those that, you know, expect so much from us. Additionally, we have, like, I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm with my family, my inner teenager comes out.
You revert back to when you left home.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You have to follow traditions, you have to follow all of these things, and there's some really simple practical things that you can do.
Okay.
Right? You can simply have it, I like to do an if-then, right? If this happens, then I'm going to do this. It's almost a mental script you prepare early. So if mom brings up something that you know you don't like to talk about, then I'm going to change the subject like this.
Oh, that's great. And kind of practicing that before you get to whatever it is, whether it's dinner or just time with family.
Yes.
You talked a little bit about making time for yourself. What can that actually look like, especially for people who only have a couple extra minutes to spare?
Yeah.
What are some, is there breathing techniques that I can do? Is there meditation? What does that look like?
Absolutely. There's a ton of coping skills and skills like that. So one of my favorite ones is if you find yourself getting overwhelmed and say you just need to go sneak off to the bathroom or just outside, one of the easiest ones is you're smelling in the turkey dinner and you're blowing out the candles.
And how long do I want to hold it in? Isn't there like a number thing?
Typically it's like a 4, 4, and 4. So you can do kind of a box breathing technique there. So
Okay, tell me that a little bit.
Yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna breathe in for 4. So, and when you get to the top, you're gonna hold it for about 4.
Okay.
And then you're gonna breathe out for 4, and you really wanna blow when you breathe out.
Okay.
What you're doing there is you're actually regulating your nervous system and you're telling your body, I'm okay. I can do this. I can keep going with this. And do that about 6 to 10 times, depending on how you're feeling.
Okay.
It's gonna calm your heart rate down, which in turn kind of calms you down internally.
Oh gosh, I love that.
Very helpful. You know, another practical tip is sometimes take that moment for yourself and say, what is in my control and what is out of my control?
Yes.
You're taking that power back when you do that. You can literally say, I am only in control of how I show up. And me showing up here is an opportunity, not an expectation, right? Or an obligation.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
that if we reframe our mind like that, right, we approach things differently.
And it's so hard, though, to even have the sense to reframe your mind because you're really running on empty.
Yes.
There's so much going on. When do I know, oh, I might need to get some help?
Yeah, that's a great question. One of the biggest things is when you find yourself having that increased irritability,
Yeah.
or maybe your sleep is going out the window, or you're not eating as much as you typically do, maybe you're having an increase in substance use even. Those can all be telltale signs that, okay, maybe I need a little bit of help, right? At Cornerstone Healing Center, we're here to help you as well. We can really help get you back into routine. We can help teach you assertive communication skills so that you can get your needs met while also dancing around every other dynamic that you have in your life.
Gosh, Emma, I love those ideas so much. And I am going to remember the 4-4-4 method. Okay.
So easy.
It's easy and it really does wonders, doesn't it? Okay, thank you so much for your time. And if people want to contact you, what's the best way?
Yeah, if you go on cornerstonehealingcenter.com, we've got all of our programs there. We have our admissions line and we can help get you set up with a therapist, a program, whatever you need to fit your needs.
Fantastic. Emma, thank you so much. It is one of the most magical traditions of the season. Las Noches de las Luminarias returns to the Desert Botanical Garden this Friday. Thousands of glowing lanterns, live music, and this year, some brand new holiday surprises. So join us this morning. We've got Emma from the garden. Emma, thank you so much for being here. Love the name and also love this event. It is so special here in the Valley. What do people have to look forward to this year?
This is going to be our 47th annual Luminarias.
Can you believe that?
It's crazy that it's the garden's longest running tradition, so it's really exciting. We have a lot of fun new things in store this year. It kicks off this Friday, the 28th, 5:30 to 9:30 every night through December 30th on select nights.
Wow. Okay, this is what's interesting. In years past, you guys haven't done this. You can do timed entry, right?
Yes, so we have 30-minute slots that you can sign up or buy your ticket through, and then that's how you'll enter, so we can kind of stagger out the garden because we don't want all the people coming right away to just kind of help with the flow so everyone can enjoy it at their own pace.
Okay, I think that's so brilliant. Tell me a little bit about, we've got Sonoran Santa, Mrs. Claus. What else can families expect?
So Sonoran Santa and Mrs. Claus are brand new this year, which we're so excited about. They are going to be decked out in a garden little outfits. So they're green with gold and white trim and a garden inspired headpieces, which is very exciting. On top of that, out in their area, we're also going to have a Merry Margarita bar, so you can customize your own margaritas, the fun holiday spirits, as well as we have our new garden restaurant operator, Tarbell, serving our cafe and our restaurant.
This is amazing. And so it starts obviously 5:30, so right when the sun's coming down.
Yes.
What do you think is the best time? If I'm having my staggered ticket, like what time should I shoot for?
The 5:30 to 6 o'clock, if you're looking to get in, see the fun acts, get there, get the sunset as it's going, kind of do that. But honestly, if you're coming for the warm, cozy drinks and the vibes, come a little later so you can get that as well.
Okay, you talked about some of the acts. What do we have going on?
So we'll have 10 entertainment acts nightly.
Wow.
Ranging from singers to bands to our world stage, which will have different cultures and dances performing there, on top of the handbells and harps.
Come on. That is incredible.
Yes.
Okay, so if people haven't been able to go out and check this out, because this is a busy time of season, why do they need to make it part of their family tradition?
Because the garden is such a magical place this time of year. It is lit with over 8,000 Lumi bags just lining the paths and the rooftops, on top of just the ambiance that the entertainment provides through that.
That's unbelievable. Okay, so we've got a treat for you. We have the King's Carolers live in studio. They're going to perform for us right now. Carolers, you look amazing. Take it away.
1, 2, 3, 4. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the ground is white, go it while you're young. Take the reins tonight, sing this sleighing song. If you can get a bobtail bay, 240 at his speed. Hitch into an open sleigh and crack, you'll take the lead. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle all the way.
Unbelievable. That is the King's Carolers. By the way, we need to mention here, there is a ticket promo that's going on now through the 30th, right? $5 off if you book where?
DBG.org. It's off of adult ticket prices with the code THANKS25.
Fantastic. Emma, thank you so much. You get to see the Carolers every single night that they're out there?
Yes, all 19 nights.
All 19 nights. And they're right, you said they're right by Santa?
Yes.
Okay, so you can't miss them.
Okay.
Hi there once again. I'm meteorologist Chris Dunn with a final look at your weather impact forecast on this Sunday in Phoenix. 50s will become 60s by the afternoon, 69 at 1 p.m. and eventually will top out in the mid-70s, just like yesterday. 74 in Phoenix, 69 Cave Creek, 70 in Fountain Hills, and Chandler at 73, also 73 in Sun City with plenty of sun. Here's your Valley 7-day forecast. 74 and we'll knock it down to 70 by Tuesday and Wednesday. Chance of rain entering the forecast picture by Thursday with Thursday's high 67.
Thank you for joining us this Sunday morning. And remember to start your week in every morning with Today in AZ. We get going at 4:26 and we're now streaming until
9 a.m.
Your mornings don't stop.
And now neither do we. Welcome to Today in AZ. 12 News Today in AZ keeps going.
Expanding to 9 a.m. on the 12 Plus streaming app.
More live weather.
More live traffic updates.
More breaking news. Live from 4:26 a.m. to 9.
12 News Today in AZ, now streaming until 9 a.m. on 12 Plus.
Download on your TV and watch for free.